Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu, and this is Millenium Mines for Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic. Convert a large abandoned mine from a tourist attraction into a theme park. Your objective, to have at least 800 guests in your park at the end of October year 3, for park rating of at least 600. So quite a straightforward goal on this one. So we can make this one quite quickly whilst I work in the background on some of the scenarios with the longer goals. So we've got, it's quite a big area there. We can't, that's everything we own. We can't buy any more, and we haven't got any extra space, but we've got more than enough. It's only 800 guests. So we've got a train. Anything else? No, just that. A train, no shops. Let's have a look then. Oh, we're charging for admission into the park. And what have we got then? So we've got the train. We've got a couple of gentle rides, a load of water rides, and we haven't really got any water, and we're probably not going to add any more. We've got a few coasters, a thrill ride, and okay, so we're going to put our research into shops straight away. The fact that it's raining now means we need to get that kiosk out so we can benefit from that sweet umbrella cash. So we've got the train. We'll keep that. And I think what we'll do is, for the start, we'll build a nice path loop going all the way around the outside, maybe through the middle as well. Since we haven't really got many rides, I think what we'll do is we'll close the park for nowsies, right? And what we'll do is, after we've done the path loop, we'll add a few little flat rides and things, maybe a simple coaster. That will be quick and easy to build. Enough to justify a £40 entry fee, and then we'll reopen the park, and then we'll get a load of cash in. So I think that sounds like a decent plan. So I'll crack on with that, and I'll see you soon. June, year 1, 0 guests in the park, because of course we've closed the park down. So what we've done now is we've built a path loop around the outside. It's kind of difficult to see because it's basically brown on brown. Hang on, that might be easier to see the paths. So paths show up on there in grey. So we've got it coming around here. We got some little path loops going across and down. We've got a twist just there. The train's broken down. We've got a merry-go-round, and we've got a haunted house there. We've put down some food stalls at the start, kiosk and toilets on major junctions and corners and things. And then we've got a wooden wild mine ride just here called Cold Amp. Decent stats on that. Quite a simple design, and it goes underground and then back up like that. So I think what we'll do now, we'll open up the park. We'll open up all the rides. We've got the fee set to £40, so that's more than enough. And then we'll just have to wait for all the guests to run in and spend all their cash and give us loads of money. We have got a loan now. We've borrowed some cash of 19,000. So hopefully we'll earn enough to pay that back. How much can we borrow? Oh, there you go. We're almost at the maximum. No, I can't pay that back because it's just gone down. Oh well. So we're at the maximum now. Yeah. So I think for the rest of the year, then I'm just gonna start putting down some decorations and things, little scenery, try to make the place look pretty, and benefit from all the cash that's going to come in from the guests. I've split the station on the train just to make it a bit easier, and I've brought the entrance and exit together over here, so it should make it easier for mechanics to fix if it does break down. October, year 1, over 500 guests in the park, so we've benefited from a large cash infusion from all the guests coming in. Loan now down to 1,000, so we've made tons of cash. So I've added some scenery just about the place, decorated the station just there, got a couple of little buildings for the train car to go through. Yeah, the place is looking quite cool. Added a few little trees. I think maybe it'll make the place look a bit nicer. I do like having different color umbrellas on the kiosks. I think it looks a lot nicer when the guests are wandering around with different color umbrellas. So yeah, we've put our research into thrill rides, as you might have seen from the research pop-up. So I think for year 2, we're going to concentrate on putting thrill rides down. Because it's pay entry, really what you want to do is you want to focus on cheap and cheerful rides. There's pointless spending all your cash on massive coasters because you're never going to make that money back. Guests will come into your park wherever you've built a wooden coaster that costs 5,000 or 20,000. It doesn't matter to the guests. They're just going to come in. October, year 2, almost 1,000 guests in the park. We only need 800 and we've got another year to go. So as long as we don't do anything stupid, or as long as we don't go too crazy and get so many guests in that we get complaints about overcrowding, we should be fine. Okay, so we've got a nice go-kart there called Minecarts. Cool stats on that. Coming around, we've got a motion simulator and a top spin just there. And then around here, we've got a couple of swinging inverted ships and a roto drop without the top, so it just spins. Still gives you good stats. And it is a pay entry park, so we're not charging per ride. So if we were charging per ride, we'd probably just do something fairly small so we could charge more for it. We've seen the twist up there, got a little pirate ship just down there, added a little bit more water just to make it look a little nicer. And then brings you back to the start. And so as you can see, we're researching roller coasters. We've researched all of the thrill rides. So we're now going to research roller coasters and we're going to put down a few around the place. Not too many, because as I said, we don't want to get too many guests in that we get complaints of overcrowding and the rating tanks. So as long as we put down just a couple, I think we should be fine. Yeah, so I think I'm going to carry on with that for year 3 and I'll see you soon. October, year 3, 1,300 guests in the parks. We got 500 more guests than what we needed. So let's have a quick look around the park then. Where's the main entrance? Hang on, let's find our way. There you go. Cool. So we got the haunted house just there. We built a nice path loop going all the way around the outside of the train that was there when we started. Decent stats on that. We've got a carousel just above it. Coming down here then, we've got Mine Train Coaster. We'll show you that in a second. Just over here, we've got Wooden Wild Mine Train. Just there, top spin, motion simulator, corkscrew. We'll show you that in a second. Swinging inverted ships. We've got the rotor drop. We've got the twist. And we've got looping coaster just over here. So let's show you the coasters then. Decent stats. This one's called Loopy 49er, keeping with the Maian theme. So it launches out at 49 miles per hour, down into a couple of loops, around through the loop and then back around. Only one train on it because obviously it's launching. So that's fine because we've only got 1,300 guests in the park. It doesn't really matter that we've only got one train because it's never going to get that busy. Oh, there you go. Cool. All in all, 29 seconds. That's not bad. I think if we slowed it down a little bit, because all we really need is to get it to go over that first hill there, 65 feet and down. So everything else is below that. It should make it round. It'll probably look a lot nicer, but I did want it to be very, very quick, and obviously it's called 49, so it needs to stay at that speed. And then over here, then we've got the mine train coaster, so it comes out. Hide the supports, drops down through a tunnel down below there. So one little thing I noticed, let's turn off scenery again, or supports again. See the way it glitches through that there? So if I was to lower that bit of ground, then I wouldn't be able to raise it back up. But because the way I've built it, it just seems to glitch through. I won't do it now because I want to keep it like that for the outro. And then what have we got then? We got the corkscrew just over here. So it launches out into a corkscrew, then into what's that called? Like a dive loop, is it? Down, underground, back, up. There's a chain lift then. It drops it down, another corkscrew, photo section, up over the parbin, and then back to the station called Gold Mine. Pretty cool stats on that. Yeah, so we're about to pass the goal then. Any moment now. It's Halloween. Cool. Stew. Awesome sauce. One thing I forgot to show you, and it was over, where was it? It was over here. So I think what I'll do is I'll get a graphic and I'll show you on screen now. If you see where the railings are on here. Now, when they've made this scenario, they've clearly made it from one angle, and then they didn't rotate it to see if the scenery lined up. So I actually find it quite funny because in my head, because these scenarios are RCT1 scenarios and Classic uses RCT2 as the game engine, they had to be remade for RCT2. That's why sometimes you'll see that they've got different rides and different shops that from the first version. So whoever made this, I'm going to assume, my headcanon is that it was Chris Sawyer. He didn't rotate it to check the scenery, and he really should know better. It's something that's caught pretty much all of us out at some point, and it still continues to catch me out. So I just thought that was quite funny, quite amusing. Yeah, so this was Millenium Mines, a fun little scenario, quite easy, although I think the terrain could cause people to become unstuck, and also the fact that it's a pay entry scenario. I think closing it at the beginning to get rid of the starting guests did make it easier because it's such a low goal. It didn't really matter that we got rid of those 100 guests, and when they came back in, they were paying £40 a go as opposed to the £4 a go that they spent to come in. So that did help us as well. And the fact that it rains all the time here as well, that makes it a bit easier as well. So anyway, as I said, this was Millenium Mines. I've been Stu. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.